Hello, my name is Vishal Rein. In this video tutorial, I would like to explain a brief about layer editor for the beginners. Layer editor has got different types of layers. One is the display layer, we have anim layer, and also we have render layers. Render layers are the older version part, but still they have kept in preferences so that we can bring it back if we wanted, if we miss them. Right now we are not worried about anim layer or render layers. We are worried about the display layers in the layer editor. Display layers is a great help in organizing and working with the complex scenes. So how does it work actually? For that, first we need to create a layer. Now if I go to the layer section, and we have a option called create empty layer or create layer from the selected object. Create empty layer gives me a layer, and nothing will be there in that layer. It's empty completely. But at any time you can select objects and add them into that layer. Now this layer has got these objects, but how do I know that? I can right click here and then choose select objects. So you could see this objects are selected, and you can know that these objects are in that layer. Now the other option is select the objects and then choose the next option, which is create layer from the selected. Now this layer is now created by adding that selected objects into that. So you can create empty layer, add objects later, or you can create a layer with the selected objects. Anyway is okay. The same options what we have seen here can be seen here also. We have create a new layer and create a new layer and assign selected objects into that. The same options are here. Now you know how you create a layer. Now what is the use of layer here? So if you put objects in a particular layer, you can control them by the options given in that interface. So what options has been given here in the interface is, the first one is V. V for visibility. That means you can just click that V button and the objects in that layer are no more visible to you. Now click it back and you can get back them again. So V for visibility. The next one is P. P is making the objects invisible while you do the play blast. Now what is a play blast is, if you right click on the time slider, you have this option called play blast here, and if you open that and then do a play blast, it will render a video which is of viewport quality. It is widely used by animators. So while you are doing the render play blast, the objects in that layer will not be visible in the video output because you have switched it off or you have switched it on. So that's the P here. P for play blast. Now the third one is, if you click that, there are three options which will cycle. Now when the box is empty, this is normal mode. Now when I click that, if the box is now filled with T, that means it is template mode. Now if I click it again, now this is reference mode. So it will cycle between normal, template, reference. Normal, template, reference. Now what is normal mode? Normal mode is, if the objects are in normal mode, you can select them. That's cool. They look very normal. When I click the T here, when you get the T there after clicking, it becomes a template mode. Now template is making the objects in wireframe mode, and the wireframe color is also gray, and you can't select the objects here. That's the template mode. Now click it again. Now that becomes a reference mode. Normally you can select objects, but when you are in reference mode you can't select them. The objects are in shaded and locked. Template, wireframe and locked. And if you see, if I switch on wireframe on shaded mode, the wire of the reference mode is black color. That's how it is. Now for the next option, if you click that, it will bring up a dialog box where whatever the options have just now saw here, okay, that options will be there here also. So first one is the visibility, you can make it on and off. Then P, which is hide on playback. Then next one is normal, template and reference, so you can make it reference or normal and whatever. And when I've clicked that, it gave me the dialog. Right here you can change the name, okay, like if there is a set, there's a vehicle, there is a character, so you can give a name to that as, let's say, set in BG, and then just you can save it. And yeah, it's now renamed. Now if I click it again, and then here we got some colors, interesting colors. What that actually does is, if I pick any of the color here, okay, the wireframe of that objects will be in the color you have picked. So whatever color you want there, you can give that color to them. So here we have colors of two types. One is index. Index is nothing but number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the fourth color? What is the fifth color? It will take that color. Now what is RGB? RGB will give you a color picker. Just change that to RGB. Click on the color swatch, and you got a color picker there. So you can go change the color the way you want there. Okay, you can drag here, and or you can drag here, or you can choose any predefined or preset color. It's up to you. Once you pick that color, save it, and the wires are in that color. Okay, so you can select that layer, bring it down or bring it up, and nothing happens if the layer is above or below. It's only for your comfort. You can right click on this and then go to this option called membership. In membership, you have defaultly a layer where all the objects when you create will be in a default layer. But when you put objects into a layer, now that becomes your layer 1 or set BG, whatever. So if you see, the set BG is the name of the layer, and here set BG is selected. On the opposite side, what objects are there in that layer are selected. Now if I click that, it is removed from the layer. Click that, click that, and they are in the layer. So you can, using membership window, okay, you can add objects into layer or remove the objects from the layer. Okay, this is a relationship editor window which you can get from Windows relationship editors, and here go to display layers, which is the same window you got. Okay, you can also select the objects, right click, and then you can say remove selected objects, or you can select the objects and say add selected objects. So you can do that way. So you can add objects into layer, remove the objects from the layer, or you can delete the layer itself. Okay, and whatever you put into the layer, you have the controls: visibility, hide on playback, normal, template reference, color the wireframe, etc. So it's a very useful interface given by Maya, and definitely it's a useful tool. And if you have any questions on this, you can ask me. As I said, it is only for the beginners, so the most important options has been discussed of this particular interface. Hope you liked it, and if you got any questions, please ask me in the comment section, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.